In number 19, they tell us that EA is the perpendicular bisector of ZT. So if it's the perpendicular bisector, two things that are happening. They're making a 90-degree angle on both triangles, and ZA is congruent to TA. This is congruent by EA is congruent to itself by reflexive. So the point I'm trying to make is that this triangle is indeed congruent to this triangle by side angle side postulate. So based on that, which of these conclusions can't be drawn? EA bisects angle ZET. Well, this is congruent to that by CPCTC, and then therefore it does indeed bisect that angle. Triangle EZT is equilateral. I believe this is the answer here, so let's take a look at number 3. EA is a median. Well, if this is bisecting this segment and this is congruent to this, then this is indeed a midpoint. And if this segment's creating a midpoint, then this is the median. Angle Z is congruent to angle T. This would also be congruent to this by CPCTC. So kind of by elimination here, I've shown you that I can prove these. They're asking you which one cannot. Choice number 2. In number 20, a hemispherical water tank has an inside diameter of 10 feet. If water has a density of 62.4 pounds per cubic foot, when I think cubic foot, I think volume. I know the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r to the third. Now, mind you, a hemisphere is half of a sphere. I am going to multiply my answer by 1/2 when I'm done. Okay, I don't want to make this more complicated right now, so I'll pretend it's a whole sphere. So what's going to happen is I'm going to do 4/3 pi. The diameter is 10, so you have to find the radius of 5. I'm going to use my calculator to get an answer on that. To not skew my answer, I rounded to 4 decimal places. So here I get 523.5988 cubic feet. All right, well, now I know that water has a density of 62.4 pounds per 1 cubic foot. Well, I want to know what is the weight of the water tank of 523.5988 cubic feet. Sorry, I kind of ran out of room there. So what I'm going to do is cross multiply. We'll consider this to be an x, so I get 1 times x is x. 62.4 times that, I get 32,672.5, which rounds to about 32,673, which is answer number 2. But remember what I said I was going to do to my answer at the very end to not complicate this. So half of that answer is 16,336, choice number 1. In number 21, what I like to do is to kind of pull out the triangles. So what I did was I took CAB and I just took out this entire triangle. Essentially what I did was remove this segment. CA, we don't know what that is, but we do know that AB, if this is 24 and this is 12, putting them together I get 36. This triangle I took out, I got EDB, and I get 4 and 12. So what I'm going to do is set up a proportion. I know that 36 over the unknown is the same as 12 over 4. Cross multiply, I get 12x. 36 times 4, I believe, is 144. Divide both sides by 12. Your unknown side is 12. In number 22, since this looks like a right triangle, I am going to use areas 1/2 base times height. Well, I can't just assume it's a right triangle. I have to give you reason why. So what I'm going to do is find the slope of these two segments. And if they are negative reciprocals, if they are, then it's a right. Then there's a right angle there. Okay, so SR, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Slope of SR is up 6 over 3. the slope of ST is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is negative 6/12. So if we reduce, I get 2 over 1. And if I reduce this, I get negative 1 over 2. So that is a right angle. So what I'm going to need to do is to find the distance of this segment and this segment. Using the distance formula, the distance for RS, I'm going to subtract my x values, and then I'm going to subtract my y values, and I should get, this is going to be 3 squared plus 6 squared. This should be the square root of 45, I believe. ST should be 7 minus negative 5, negative 5 minus 1. 7 minus negative 5 is 12 squared. This is going to be negative 6 squared. So we should have 144 plus 36, which should be square root of 180. So if this is my height and this is my base, I put it into my formula. Square root of 180 times the square root of 45 is the square root of 8100. Square root of 8100, if you notice, it looks just like 9, so it's 90. 1/2 of 90 is 45. Choice number 3.